young kids will be on this job, and we'll be on a call or something. I'll back someone up on patrol, and I'll be just, sometimes like you just waste time while they're running for wants and warrants and stuff. And you just talk to someone about like, here's a cup. Like, it's a cool cup, man. Where'd you get that cup? Like, you can find something to talk about to pass.
I call it freestyling. You freestyle while you're waiting for returns.
Dude, all day long, man. So, but afterwards, throughout my career, I've had people go, man, you could talk to everyone. I'm like, well, I'm a dude. Like, I'm a dude that bullshits with other dudes all day.
Yep.
About whatever, about trucks, about hunting, about shooting, about cooking, grilling, football, like pick something, the weather, raking leaves. Like I can talk to someone about anything for any amount of time.
Yep.
And these young kids, just because they're so hooked on this, that they don't understand the ability to freestyle. And it is so important in this job to just be able to convey your thoughts. I mean, obviously written is super important because you're writing reports and those go to court, prosecutors and stuff. But the spoken word and being able to articulate yourself eloquently, whether it's in front of an oral board, whether it's to your boss, whether it's, hey man, I got the shitbag on my squad and I need to talk to him, and I'm always the guy because I'm the talker that deals with those issues, or I'm stopping out with someone on a bicycle with a backpack at 1 o'clock in the morning, riding through a neighborhood that it doesn't belong. I'm going to stop and talk to that guy. I'm going to talk my way into that backpack. And that doesn't happen by stopping, saying, hi, I'm Deputy Sloup at the Sheriff's Office. I would like to see in your backpack. Like, you're not getting shit.
Yeah, right.
You're getting nothing. But man, I'll bullshit with that dude for 15 minutes and be like, hey man, we got a lot of burglaries in here. You're not a burglar, right? No. Hey man, I just want to make sure, man, my boss is on my back. I just want to be able to tell him, hey, I checked this guy's backpack. He's good to go. You're good to go, right? Yeah. Man, let me check in that backpack. Yeah. That's a whole different. Yeah. That's a whole different freestyle.
I like the embellish. I'm like, I just want to make sure you don't got a bazooka hiding in there. That's illegal. And they're like, I ain't got a bazooka. And you're like, oh, but you've got this Sawzall.
Can I check? I just want to check.
Yeah. It's all about the asking a question and having an offense. That's always nice too. When you have an offense, making a stop, like in Texas anyway, like, oh, you crossed where there's no crosswalk provided, like, and there's crosswalks both sides. You didn't use it, so come here and talk to me.
Yeah, you're right. You're riding a bike at night. You don't have a headlight.
You don't have lights on the front to the rear.
All day long, man. You're mine. That's all day. We're gonna stop.
I got a headlight, but where's your tail light?
Yeah, it's gotta be red.
Yep, exactly. Knowing the color it's supposed to be.
Yeah, you gotta do. But knowing those is, again, it's part of being a better version of good. Can you just stop that person and ask for a consensual contact? Absolutely. Is it better to know that they committed a violation and that they have to identify themselves to you? That's way better, because now you can ask, then you can tell, and then you can make. You can do the old ATM if you have the knowledge at the inset of your contact. If you know this person committed a violation, they're required to provide identification per law. I'm going to ask them and see if they'll consent, because it's way better to have them give you something than to order them, because once you order them, whatever your next question is going to be no. But again, that's not being badge heavy and demanding, I need your ID. That's being badge heavy. Hey man, I'm Frank. What's your name? Hey, I'm George. Hey George, you got an ID, man? People lie to me all the time. I just want to make sure I know who I'm talking to. Those are two different, those are two different contacts.
Okay. So we had this debate at roll call recently. I was challenging the young minds of the officers, and I caught myself up in the process.
Oh,
because I'm like, oh shit, maybe I don't know this as well as I thought, which was great. I like learning and getting better and whatever. So
absolutely. You
have an offense. Let's say it is, they didn't have a taillight to the rear and they were on a public roadway.
Yeah.
Okay. Sir, hey, I need your ID. Give me your ID. And he tells you no. And you say, all right, give me your ID or I'm going to place you under arrest. Have you now compelled the person to give you ID prior to being arrested?
Yes.
Versus, all right, turn around, put your hands behind your back, you're under arrest. Okay, now where's your ID? And then you get failure to ID. So That's a fine line.
Absolutely. And it's all in the verbiage.
And we do it all the time. Mm-hmm. Like, hey, man, I've already got you for this. Just give me your ID. Otherwise, I'll arrest you and I'll get it anyway. You know what I mean?
Oh,
I've done that.
No, you're
I think I've done that 100 times.
No. But you can compel it. You just don't have the follow-up of, you can't compel someone to give it to you and then charge them. Like, well, hey, man, you initially said no, so I'm going to charge you even though I have it here. That doesn't work. Like, you can only do one or the other.
Yes.
But no, you're right. It is so much easier to make a lawful request, have someone say no, like, okay, put change money back. And they're like, wait, what? Like, hey, man, it's over. Once those words come out of my mouth, once they pass my lips.
Under arrest? Yep.
That's it. Those words don't get, like, you can't recall them, man. It's like a bullet.
Yeah.
It's already downrange. Now we got to deal with it.
What if you had your fingers crossed when you said it?
Oh, I don't think that counts. I think if you're like...
I don't think it counts either. Hey, I think we should try that in court. So I told him he's under arrest, but I totally had both fingers crossed, both hands.
But
so it was...
I feel like you're good. I feel like you're good with that. There's a stipulation. The Supreme Court's got a rule on that.
Yeah, exactly. Could you imagine taking that all the way up to the Supreme Court?
Yes. I want my name on that case law. It's the Fingers Crossed case law. It's by Frank Sloup. Get out of here.
Imagine if it upheld, though. Like, you should have known, bro. His fingers were crossed.
Dude.
Officer, can I see your fingers before I decide? You got me.
Got you.
Damn it. So stupid. All right, let's get back on track here.